Hey, hi guys, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to talk about Turkish Government Scholarships. These scholarships are actually open for international students to study bachelor, which is undergrad, master's and doctoral degree programs in Turkish universities for free. The benefits of Turkish Government Scholarships are like free education, free accommodation, the travel expense like your flight tickets, and the life insurance or health insurance. So before we get into the application process of Turkish Government Scholarship, I will suggest you to please subscribe to this channel and hit the bell button so that you can actually get all these scholarship offerings directly to your mailbox. So let's get started with this video. The application process of this Turkish Government Scholarship is pretty much online. What you have to do, you have to follow the instructions which I will tell you right now, and accordingly you have to fill up your Turkish Government Scholarship application form and then submit it and wait for the results. There is no application fee, and you don't have to hire any agent to apply on your behalf, because the application process is pretty much online and very simple, so that you can apply for it yourself. And if you are not selected, then you have other options such as Chinese Government Scholarship or the Russian Government Scholarship, and I'll leave the links in the description of this video so that you can actually check out those scholarships as well. So let's get started with the application process of this video. So now I'm going to begin the Turkish Government Scholarship application procedure for bachelor's, master's degree or doctoral degree programs. And if you are a high school student or the research students, then this application procedure might also help you to apply for the Turkish scholarship. So once you are on the website of Turkish Scholarship, then you have the option to select your field or your degree program, and then you can search for it and you'll find different programs offered by Turkish universities, and then you can apply for it. Or either you can just see or click on the apply or login button on top right corner of this website, and then you'll see a website like this, another one. And on this one, you first have to click on register, where you have to fill in your basic details. For example, your name, your middle name, your surname, your nationality, your date of birth, gender, email address, password, secret information like the question if in case you forget your password, and click your account, and don't forget to approve it so that your account can be created. Once you click save, then on the next step, you will receive an email from Turkish Scholarship website, which will actually be confirming your email address in order to give you an access to start your application procedure on their website. But here you might notice that the email that you will receive maybe will not be in English language. And if the language is not English, then you can actually translate it in Google Chrome by right-clicking and selecting the translate to English, which I have already did. And then you have to click on this link so that your account can be activated. And once your account has been activated, then you can actually log in, and then you will see the open scholarship positions. For example, for scholarships for high school, scholarships for bachelor degree programs, currently there are 3 which are open: scholarship for master's degree, scholarship for PhD, and for research programs. But you'll notice a thing, that in all these 4 or 5 scholarships, it is actually mentioned that I'm not suitable to apply for these programs, and that is because I haven't filled in the details on left top corner of this website, where you can see personal information, family information, contact information, education information, language details, work experience, academic qualification, and all that stuff. So once you fill in these details, then you will be able to apply for the scholarship programs in which you fit in, or your eligibility criteria, their eligibility criteria finds out that you are actually eligible for that particular scholarship or a particular degree program. So what you have to do, you first have to click on personal information, and here you have to upload your picture, and then you have to add some of your basic information like your ID number, country of birth, city of birth, identification card, if there is any disability or something. If you have other citizenship or something, you have to add all these details by clicking the edit button here, which you can see right here. And then you can add your hobbies, your special talent information if there is any. And then we will be moving on to the next one, which is family information, where you have to add your mother's name, father's names, and siblings' names. And some other information, for example, like the total monthly income of your family. For example, if it is not in American dollar, then what you can do, you can open up the Google, and on the Google you can actually convert your currency into American dollar. In my case, for example, if I say 8,000 RMB, Chinese RMB, then I will actually convert it to USD. Okay, so you'll see that 8,000 RMB is actually equal to 1186 US dollar. So then what you have to do, you have to fill in here your salary or your total family income in American dollar. So the next step would be to insert the contact information. So here you can add your country, your city, postal code, phone numbers, as well as the residential and the postal address. And one important thing here is that you have to add your social media profiles such as Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, Skype, and if you're using any other social platforms such as WeChat for Chinese people, then they can add it here. Then we will move on to the next section, which is educational information. Here you have to add the information of your high school, middle school, associate degree, and bachelor's degree, postgraduate degree, and if you hold the doctoral degree program, you have to add it. So here I have clicked on high school information. Here you have to select your country, your city in which your school is situated in, your school name, and then educational stage, high school type, like which type is it, major, status, like continuous or the graduate, like you're still studying or you have graduated already. And then you have to select your grade out of maximum grade maybe, and then you can add the diploma, transcript, or the certificate. Actually, you have to attach both of these. In diploma you can attach the diploma, or in transcript you can actually attach your transcript copy. And make sure that it is an original copy of your certificate, not the photocopy or Xerox copy. So the next step would be to add your answer for this question, and we will then move on to the next language details section. Here, if you are like English native speaker, for example, you can add your language here. You can select it, or if you have any, if you're non-native, if you speak some other languages, then you can add those languages in other language skills by clicking on this add button, and then it will take you to a new page where you can add the other language details. And please keep in mind here that if you actually speak Turkish language, then you have to select here, because the thing is, for example, if you study Turkish, if you plan to study in a Turkish university and you don't speak a Turkish language, then you will be taught Turkish language for 1 additional year. That means if your program duration is 3 years, then after then that program will be started after you take the Turkish language course. So the total duration will become 4 years. 1 year for Turkish language and 3 years for your program duration. So if you already hold Turkish language certification, you can add it here. You can add your grades, you can add your examining institutions, date, and the document original copy to be added here. And for example, if you don't hold the Turkish language course, then you have to select no. And if you don't speak at all, then you have to select no for all of this. And then moving on to the next one, we have work experience section, in which you can add your work experience, but this is actually not the mandatory section. As you can see, the exclamation mark right beside the work experience is in orange color. That means it is not necessary. But if you fill in your work experience details, then it will actually strengthen your application and enhance your chances of being selected. So you can add your work experience by clicking this add button, which will take you to the next page, and then you can just fill in your information and submit. Then we will move on to the academic qualification page, where you can actually add the academic qualifications, such as if you have cleared the GRE exam or GMAT or SAT or ALES or any other requirement of the course you are going to undertake in certain universities. Because the problem is, in some Turkish universities, they require some additional examinations. For example, GRE, IELTS, or some other kind of exams which are mentioned right here. So if you have selected a course that requires you to submit these kind of exams, then exam certifications, then you have this section to add those details in here. So once you have added this information, you can move on to the next one. And if your program doesn't require any of these certifications, then you can just skip this portion and move on to the social activities. In social activities, you can add your volunteer work which you have done in past, or if you have carried out any WART projects, or if you have any extracurricular activities or something like that, you can add all these things in here. And this portion is also not mandatory. This is optional. You can see the orange colored exclamation mark right here. That means it's the optional section. Then we have another one in which you have to add the experience. And there are certain questions in here. For example, are you in Turkey now, or have you ever been to Turkey? This is a mandatory portion because of this red exclamation mark right after the Turkey experience. That means, like, have you ever traveled, or have you ever been to Turkey before? Or I mean, like, if you're passing through Turkey to some other country, like in transit way, then you have to mention that in here. For example, we will answer these questions by clicking on edit button, and you just have to give them your foreign number, your graduation date, your purpose of visit, which you have done in past, if any, in Turkey, if you have any relative in Turkey, or if your relative has already won Turkish scholarship. So these are just the basic questions which you have to actually answer once you click on this edit button, and then you will move on to your home page, where you will find out that after filling all these details, you will see that you are now eligible to apply for bachelor's, master's, or PhD scholarship based on your work experience, your educational academic background or qualification. And for example, if you have attached or inserted the information and the transcripts and certifications for your bachelor's degree, then you will be able to apply for a master's degree program if you fulfill the eligibility criteria status. And after that, you will no longer see not suitable button, but you will see here the application beginning button. So what you have to do, you have to click on that, and then you will see that you have successfully applied for the Turkish Government Scholarship, which might be the graduate scholarship program or the bachelor's scholarship program or the doctoral degree program. And after you have submitted your application, you will see your application status here right at the My Applications tab. So here you can actually find out like the status of your application, like maybe if you're selected or not. So you will actually find out right here. So this was the application process for Turkish Government Scholarship, and I hope you have learned a lot about the process and how you have to submit your application. And what's going to be next is that if you are lucky enough to get selected for this scholarship, then you will receive the admission certificate as well as the invitation letter, which you have to submit into the embassy of Turkish government in your country, and then your student visa will be processed, and then you can just book your flight and come to Turkey and start studying in that particular university. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please share it or like it or subscribe to this channel, and have a good day. Keep smiling. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.